Yo, what's up, guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the UU Showdown Live. Kind of felt like playing some UU today. Want to use Guts Heracross since I've only used it like once in UU. But we have SD Flame Orb Facade, Close Combat Knockoff. My buddy Soul passing this team with Subroost Curum, Mega Steelix for rocks, Wish Sylveon. It's just some heavy balance with Mantine as our defogger, and then we have Choice Scarf Hydreigon. So let's go ahead and look for a battle or two. I want Heracross to put in work. That is all I want. That is all I want. Because if Heracross gets a couple kills, that's clean. I love Guts Mons this generation. I love the burn nerf. I love as well how well they're like doing and how they had to be banned. Like Heracross is banned from RU. You got like Kong moving up. Even though Kong being in the tier it was pretty ridiculous. Like the tiers were just ridiculous this generation anyway. And I truly feel like they haven't settled it as well. And I know that whenever the next tier shift happens on Smogon, it's gonna be ridiculous. I've been waiting for that. But we got webs. I only say that because Araquanid does learn webs. My defogger beats Araquanid unless it's like the spider trap variant. So I want to lead off with my Hydreigon mainly because I'm faster than the entire team unless it's Scarf Latias. Everything else I outspeed. And Mantine, like I said, defogs. I have Heal Bell on Sylveon, and Heracross. It's not that bad. I mean, it gets a kill versus when this comes out. Channeler can be a problem though. So Hydreigon's like just good in this game in general. Like it can just put in a lot of work. He said hey, but I mean I can say hey back after. I'm gonna click Dark Balls. Like yeah, he doesn't have a switch into this at all. Actually, alternatively, I could U-turn, expecting him to want to go Araquanid, and if Guts Heracross knocks it out, I'm gonna say hey. Hey. If Guts Heracross actually knocks him out, like Araquanid from full, I'm gonna go Hera. Mama told me, okay, custom set, Araquanid, soon max HP, because if you don't know a spread, and you want to figure out if you kill, best thing to do is, God, that is nothing. That's it. Best thing to do is put max HP. No reason not to click. I knew you'd go Araquanid, but no reason not to click Dark Pulse right here. That's some damage. That's some crisp damage. It's leftovers, which actually scares me a lot. And the reason that scares me is because I don't want him to be the trapping variant. So I'm actually going to go Steelix. I don't mind if I get spiderwebbed. Liquidation is going to hurt, but I don't mind anything else. And I can just put him on a timer with Toxic. Since he's Sticky Web, I don't think he'd be the rest variant. Oh, he's Magico. I'm not getting up rocks, sir. You have a Dawn fan. My plan is to defog. Like I can get up rocks after, but my plan is to Toxic you. If you want to liquidate me, that's fine. You can actually outstall me with the Magicoats, but I will end up with a Toxic on you, and then I'll go Mantine and defog. Since it's Sticky Web Magico, I'm assuming it's not. And I wish pass with Steelix versus Lottie any day of the week. Are we doing this? Yeah, there you go. So I thought. There you go. And because I wish pass with Lottie any day of the week, and we know 3 of his moves, last one could be Toxic, I can just safely go Mantine. Immunity to liquidation and whatnot. And I can defog. He could Toxic me himself, but it won't make a difference. Actually, yeah, he doesn't beat this that well. I'm gonna scout for Toxic before defogging because I can Heal Bell always later. But I might as well scout because there's no way he liquidates. Magikarp maybe. Lottie. That's fine. We'll just Toxic here. Throw off another one. Surprised he was willing to let me. Why'd he go for Psychic? That did nothing. I'm surprised he was willing to let me defog for free. Like he could have also spammed it. But we'll go Sylveon now because I'm not sure if he has like Shattered Psyche or Devastating Drake or anything like that. Man, crit special defense me twice. Alright, I definitely don't want to go down. The thing is, if this thing goes down, Heracross is faster than Chandelure unless it's Scarf. Darmanitan more than likely is Scarf. I feel like when you put Darmanitan on a team, you put it on to be Scarf. I should have actually went for Wish, but like I'm really fearing like a Z move from that Lottie. Though I guess Devastating Drake might be more common than Shattered Psyche. Toxic on Darmanitan. Wow. Mantine eats it up, and I can just defog anyway. And like I said, I do have Heal Bell, so I'm okay with this. I'm just surprised that he went for that first. If this is like a Life Orb, Rock Slide one, then he got me for sure. I clicked Haze. Alright, so we got that defog right there. Nice. So the webs are gone. I could see Latias going for a trick now if it doesn't go for Psychic or just dropping a Draco. Either way, Steelix takes the hit and can get up rocks. If he wants to go Donphin, that's fine. Just throws off a Psychic. Why is he repeatedly doing this? Like, he should go Donphin. But I will get on my rocks right now. Like I said, if he opts to stay in, that Mon going down just makes it so much easier for Heracross. Crocodile comes out. I mean, I have Mantine as a good switching. I see Intimidate, so I'm either thinking Bulky or Scarf. It's Life Orb, wow. It's actually a problem. Is that an issue? Yeah, it's a little bit of an issue, but I get to drop a Draco and get a kill after, so I'm okay with that. Like yeah, he's Life Orb, but Hydreigon's gonna come in and get a kill every single time. I could have also went out into Heracross right there, but I'll just drop a nice and swift Draco on this boy. Raconit's 2-hit KO. Lottie goes down. Like, Mantine wasn't necessary. Oh, no. Okay, so now Mantine might have been necessary, because switching into Darmanitan is going to be a pain. Switching into Darmanitan is going to be a pain. The fact that I don't have my Scarfer anymore. I didn't realize that that would not KO. Like, what? This is a threat. Go Heracross because he's just going to Rapid Spin anyway, and I can just threaten him with a knockoff and make Subroost Curum do something. A little bit unfortunate that he ate that, but I don't want him going. He should stay in, but I don't want him going Chandelure just in case anyway, and I'd rather weaken the Donphan. If he wants to get up rocks, so be it. Like, it's fair. I get to Facade here anyway. I don't think he'd go Chandelure. Wow, he actually went Chandelure. But is this Scarf? Is this Scarf Chandelure? Because if it's not Scarf Chandelure, then Knockoff knocks you out, buddy. Yeah, so... Oh, it's Z. But he went for sub. I don't understand that play. Like I said, like, for right now, the fact that Arachnid is toxic, Lottie's on the timer, and Darmanitan, well, is not low at all. It makes it so he can lose to my Subroost Curum. Just a little bit unfortunate that that Draco did not knock out Crocodile, because losing my Choice Scarf meant, again, revenge killing Darmanitan becomes a pain. In fact, if he goes Darmanitan now and Flare Blitzes, I have to go Curum and Earth Power. Just gonna click knockoff here. If he U-turns, he knocks me out anyway. Maybe Flare Blitzes. Like I said, I gotta go Curum and click Earth Power. Because these two, Hydreigon just naturally checks these two, right? Because it's faster. Sylveon does as well. We're gonna go Curum right now and just click the nice and safe Earth Power. I should live one Flare Blitz. I definitely live a Scarf Flare Blitz, thankfully. He does give me the Darmanitan, nice. So Darmanitan goes down. I'm still scared about Lottie, but I have, between the fact that he has the Draco and can't just Psychic spam, I can sack this. Tricks me for some reason. That was not the play, because Steelix, if I was willing to sack something there, it would always have been Steelix anyway, because it's the lowest and it does the least versus his team. But I can just spam Ice Beam here. We already know it's confirmed Z Chandelure. It's not Scarf in any way, shape, or form. Arachnid's already on a timer. The only way he could actually beat me with this Arachnid is if it's Rest. If it's Sticky Web, Magical, Liquidation, Rest. But he says good game, so I'm assuming it's not. GG. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and look for another one. I don't think that one was as clean as I could have played it. That was definitely not the cleanest I could have played right there, but I think that for what it was worth, like, I didn't even know that Hydreigon only did that little. That made no sense to me. How little it did. I thought it always killed at around 90. 83 to 98. Didn't he take 2 Life Orb hits? What? Was he max HP? He might have been max HP Life Orb. I don't remember the exact roll. Like, this was around the roll I did. I did 80. He might have had just a little bit of HP, but does Force for Death actually make that difference? No, even that doesn't make any sense at all, because I think I did 80% exactly, and Min is 83. Am I missing special attack investment? Something happened to my EVs? No, my EVs are all there. Alright, so I guess he was just an HP invested Life Orb Crocodile. He might have been an HP invested Life Orb Crocodile. I could be wrong. Alright, so this is the type of team that Heracross really likes. Really fat and prone to being swept. Crobat is his best answer to it. I think if I get up rocks, I'm just going to press, knock off, and facade in close combat. Yeah, I just named every single. You know, I'm gonna press Swords Dance too. Let me name all 4 of my moves. I'm just gonna press them and then just win the game with Heracross. So we're gonna lead Steelix. He doesn't combat it well. I have Sturdy, so I guarantee have a Focus Sash versus Pokemon like Chandelure. If I want to, I can even sack Steelix just to click Earthquake and knock it out. Or I can get up rocks. I have Toxic. I also have Haze for Snorlax if it starts cursing up, so I can Toxic it, put it that timer, and then go Mantine and Haze it, which is what I'm talking about. And like I said, 30 is the Focus Sash for me, so it doesn't. If I don't feel like Megaing, I can just stay in regular form, keep that sturdy, knock him out. Hydreigon is good in this game. Revenge kills a lot. Subroost, Kyurem, I guess it beats Aggron, but that's Mega Aggron though. Harrow's faster than a max V Goodra because I'm jolly. Yep, Crobat is the mon that's probably gonna be the most work. I don't know. Black Pepper, bro. What you thinking about doing? But I'm just looking for an end game where I'm pressing buttons with Heracross. Don't have to predict. Maybe click knock off once on Chandelure. But looks like Black Pepper does not want to play me. I'm not sure though. I think one thing I would change for the team is putting Toxic on Mantine, but I completely understand Haze, especially because like Pokemon like Curslax and something could be an issue. But whereas if I Haze them, I can just go Heracross and just beat the hell out of them with close combat anyway. Especially because we don't have Roar as well, so Haze is generally good for setup mons at all. Let me see what setup mons EU has. Dragon's Crocodile, Cobalion, probably the big one. All right, he's back. Nice. So he leads Snorlax. Cool. Get up my rocks, Mega. I'm not worried about a curse variant. Like I said, I do have my Mantine in the back. As long as I Toxic him, I'm good versus this. Also, the reason I'm going for Toxic over anything else is because, I mean, he could have Facade. That's actually a problem. If he goes right for Facade right now, this is bad. I don't want to speak it to life, but I think I'm going to go Mantine anyway. I feel like he curse again. Yeah. Nice. So all those boosts are gone, and now I have, after the end of this turn, Snorlax Waves. I like his name. After the end of his turn, he has just poison on him. That's it. If he's rest, that's fine. Because that gives me a free turn with Heracross, and I already got rocks up. So I can just keep spamming Haze. He can't do anything about it. I'm Fizz Def Mantine, so I don't care. I changed the HP just because I want to switch into rocks more times. Odd number lets me switch in rocks more, whereas an even number means I can switch in 4 times. Granted, I'm defogging and I have reliable recovery and roost, but I just don't like that. Like, that boy happy. Hey, good morning, bro. You gonna rest? All that just to go for the 29% frustration. Like I said, I don't care if he did that because he's down curses. I can just roost here. If he rests, so be it. Yeah, not a big deal. Hera's in and Hera's now. Hello, my guts is activated. Hey, give him close. Give him anything that doesn't do a damage. Oh, I gave him damage right there. We're gonna go for the knockoff. Probably hits the most. I'm gonna go for knockoff. He actually stays in with the Snorlax, and you know he's about to get the frustration on me. Yep. What'd I say? Oh, this Pokemon's actually an issue. Come on. I should just close combat. I had no reason to predict. I mean, I 3 KO him, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're going down anyway, bro. Yeah, it didn't matter at the end of the day, and he's gone. So, I mean, I'm able to get rid of Snorlax, which actually legitimately could have swept me, but I unfortunately lost the Pokemon that devoured, it absolutely devoured my opponent's team. The game is still very much winnable. Kyurem smacks everything. If Crobat's Infiltrator, it can't even break my sub because it'll go through my sub. Earth Power takes out Chandelure. Ice Beam probably 2 KOs Goodra if it's Assault Vest. Probably 2 KO Goodra anyway if it's not Assault Vest. So I might 3 KO Goodra if it's Assault Vest. And I'll be able to deal with this with Earth Power. Plus, Steelix in general is just really good. The Malamar could be annoying if it's Rest, but I do have Hyper Voicer in the back, and it also resists Knockoff and Super Power, which are the 2 moves that Malamar tends to carry. Chandelure. Mantine being healthy is... I mean, Hydreigon is literally a switch and I get a Dark Pulse because no Dark resist. Goes for Hidden Power Ground right there. Not sure what he was predicting. Like, he had both Shadow Ball and... both Shadow Ball... Well, Shadow Ball does the exact same damage as Hidden Power Ground. But Flamethrower was super effective, and Shadow Ball does the same thing, and also hits every switch I had. So free Dark Pulse right here. If he wants to go Goodra, he's just chipping away at it for my Ice Beam Kyurem. Aggron doesn't take this well. Goes Malamar. I guess just to superpower me. This could be Z, but Sylveon needs to hit anyway. Fizz. Nice. And plus, Hydreigon checks it anyway, but no reason to click Wish. I just click Hyper Voice, and then Hydreigon gets the U-turn out of there. It's 4 times effective. It will knock it out at any roll after Hyper Voice. He Z-moved to switch out. Okay, so I understand that I did no damage to you, but wow, you just wasted your only setup. And Aggron, Steelix is a great switch-in. The best thing you can do to hit that Pokemon would be Heavy Slam, and I have Stab, Earthquake, and like 6 is so strong. I wish I had a better ability. I feel like Rough Skin would have been really cool for this Pokemon. I think Rough Skin would have been cool. What else could have been cool? Like, I think Sturdy is really good prior. And then having Sand Force is cool on Sand teams, but like only specifically that. Yeah, I think Rough Skin would have been really nice. But then again, it's really polished skin, so that doesn't make much sense. Iron Barbs doesn't make much sense because it doesn't have any. What abilities would be cool on this thing? Strong Jaw, but you have Crunch and that's it. Maybe the man, I don't know. What's the ability that makes? I was gonna say Hustle, but no, that's not good. That's not good. Filter, maybe Filter would have been cool. I think I can see Filter. So it takes less than it doesn't take it, like super effective moves are weakened versus it. So I think that would have been cool. Yeah, I can see that. Filter would be cool because like Mr. Mime has Filter, and then like I don't know. You can let me know if you guys have a better ability that Steelix could have. I like Filter though, for sure. I don't need this Pokemon. I can just click Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam did the same base power as Earthquake, but also covered a random double into Crobat. And I can go route Sylveon and just click Hyper Voice. Channeler is 2 KO'd. Goodra should be 2 KO'd. Sludge Bomb ain't gonna do crap to me anyway. Crobat is his best switching, for sure. But between Fizz Def Mantine, a Kyurem that is literally gonna click Ice Beam on it anyway, and that is definitely Assault Vest. So we'll protect here, because unless he gets the poison in the next turn, Sylveon won't be 2 KO'd by Sludge Bomb after the leftovers recovery. I mean, either way, like Hyper Voice puts him in range of Ice Beam, so it shouldn't matter anyway. Goes Crobat. I'm actually a little bit sad that he went Crobat because that means that the Goodra still eats a hit, but I don't see leftovers on it, so it might be a cross poison type set. We'll save Sylveon just because it can take on Goodra as he roosts, and I say he has no water resist now because it's Assault Vest Goodra. So if I burn you, you're gone. Taunt, Roost, Brave Bird, U-turn, maybe Defog Brave Bird, no U-turn. Once I burn you, you're dead. He crits me on before that, but I mean now he might have done more damage to me, but he's forced to Roost instead of Brave Birding again, and I can Dark Pulse anyway. Yeah, and this gives me multiple opportunities to potentially burn him. His best chance of beating me is going to be with Brave Bird, and I get to just Dark Pulse. He doesn't get to. I don't care about him taunting me at all. Yeah, because I can Dark Pulse through his team right now. Let Goodra come out. Yeah, Dragon just Dark Pulses now. He can't come in on rocks. This is his only defogger. Channeler goes down. Malamar, I mean, I still take the hit. Like if he goes Malamar, I mean, it's the exact same thing. I always go Sylveon. Fizz Def Sylveon. Happy Hour Malamar is always physical attacker. Yeah, you can get your boost. That don't matter. Let me wish up. Actually, Hyper Voice. Forget about wishing. I don't care about this mon. Like yeah, Hyper Voice will always knock him out, and I still take a hit from every Pokemon on his team anyway. This is better. And he goes Goodra first, which is great because that means that I just get to click Dark Pulse through him. Sludge Bomb gets the crit, does not knock me out, and the poison, cool. So we don't have to waste an extra turn for an animation. I'll take it. And I can just go around to cure him, Ice Beam him, and then Earth Power the Channeler, and that will be game. What up, buddy? I don't really care about the crit. Like it didn't make a sense. Honestly, thank you for getting the crit, because instead of ending this game on turn 34, we're ending on turn 33. Yeah. Don't feel bad. I still win. Like, I don't want to say that, but that's the truth. Good game. like I said, we got to end the game a turn shorter, and maybe I'll get even more games and more fun games with that. I'm really sad about the double frustration, though, and the fact that he stayed in with Snorlax on a guts boosted Heracross. But that was my bad for predicting. I didn't have anything that showed me that I had to predict, especially because he used so many curses already early on. And I was just able to haze them, and then that didn't deter him in any way from, that didn't stop him, like, in any way from setting up. He said, no, I'm rest. I'll do this again, even though I have, like, 10 curses left. I legitimately could have hazed him, and then Steelix would have 3 KO'd him with Earthquake. I love Steelix, man. It hits so hard. Such a cool Pokemon, too. It was even better in the circuitry meta. But still checks Raikou. Has, like, really good stats. If they gave Steelix even more HP, oof. I love that they gave this mon a Mega. One of my favorite mons to look at from Gen 2. For no particular reason, okay? It's just such a cool mon. Like, I already thought Onyx was awesome. But then Steelix? Whoa, it evolves. That's some fire. Okay, so let's break down his team a little bit. When I see this type of team, I automatically assume Rocks, Cobalion, or Gliscor, right? Defensive, potentially Defog, Rotom. I'm thinking Choice Locked Infernape for sure. I think Choice Infernape is one of the best Infernape sets, faster than a lot. U-turns out of there on the Lotties. Goodra could be Assault Vest, and then Mega Blastoise. So Mega Blastoise is checked by Sylveon. Sylveon also happens to beat Rotom, Goodra. Can beat some variants of Gliscor. Ice Beam Kyurem is ridiculous in this game. It's actually ridiculous, and I'm actually going to lead off with it, because if he leads off with Rotom, or anything that's not Infernape, that was a great lead. Now, we might be proven wrong that this might actually be Rocks, but Mantine is Fizz Def. If he wants to U-turn, that's fine. If he close combats, that's fine too. Once Kyurem gets a sub, because I believe our EV spread lets us take Hydro Pump / Volt Switch, whatever, from Rotom, we sub it for free, get some pressure going on. Some T-Spikes would be fire on this team. But yeah, Kyurem always checks Gliscor, so I'm not worried about it, even if it's like the +6, unless it's max speed. Ooh, throws off a nice and little, throws off a nice close comment there. So Rotom will probably be your best switch, I think. Goes Goodra. Either way, the Guts boosted Heracross is in. The Guts boosted Heracross is now. And I'm just going to click close combat. I'm not going to predict. Yeah, this Choice Band boosted because of the Guts. Could be. There you go. We're not going to predict Gliscor coming in because I have a best answer to it, and that's Kyurem. Also, you can't really touch me with Gliscor anyway. So, Goodra is down. That means the Dark Pulses are free. Infernape comes out. Fizz Def Mantine. Always taking a hit. Okay, he could have Thunder Punch, I guess. That's whatever. Close combat U-turn. I guess he could have Thunder Punch. But just U-turns. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's Choice Scarf damage. Sylveon. As long as I have Steelix around, I don't feel worried about Cobalion. Like, yes, close combat, it's weak to it and whatnot, but we can go on to Sylveon right here, take the Willow or Volt Switch. Where are you going, Cobalion? I guess you could to get up your rocks, maybe. Cobalion doesn't knock me out with Iron Head though. Like, if I wanted to, I could Hyper Voice it for just a little bit of chip. That way I could Dark Pulse through him later. But I don't think that's the play. Like, Mantine walls every Cobalion except for Volt Switch. All Out Pummeling does not beat me 1v1, and we'll just Roost. Could SD up again. My Haze. Because I don't think I died at +2 All Out Pummeling plus every hit, and he actually went Rotom. So, smart man. I mean, I'll eat the Volt Switch for sure. Unless you crit me. Okay, that was my bad for risking that. I did not need to risk that. That did not knock me out unless it crit me. Like, it actually did not knock me out unless it crit me, and I would have been like 80%. So now the game got a lot harder. Because I messed up. Like, it got a ton harder because I messed up. And mainly because I don't have an Infernape answer now. So that was my bad. But he decides to throw it away right here by going for the Gunk Shot. Okay, the fact that I have Steelix and the fact that this can miss, I'm actually just going to go for Wish here. I'm just going to take into account the fact that my opponent is a smart player. Yep. So, like I said, the fact that I have Steelix in the back, I'm in the back right now because I messed up. So I got to make these type of plays. But now my Sylveon is back, and I still check the Scarf Infernape. I mean, you don't deal with Hyper Voice at all. Also, the fact that it was Rocks on Cobalion leads me to believe that it is not... what? Well, it leads him to believe that it is not the rock polish set. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with him going for toxic, all that, yada yada yada. That should not matter at all. I can heal Bill right here if I need to. He wants the Volt Switch, so be it. I end up at full at the end of this turn, and I don't gotta worry about the Infernape. So nice. So he even crits me again. Why is this? I knew it wouldn't kill me because it's support Rotom, man. I would have been able to defog and not have to deal with the rocks, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Infernape, that damage, believe it or not, is actually crucial for me knocking it out later. We'll go cure him right now. And we can sub up. We take every hit, so we can go cure him and sub up. If he knocks, he knocks. I could also go Steelix, but I want to keep Steelix healthy to take on the Cobalion if need be. Because I don't have any hit off on Cobalion at all. And again, he could double. Maybe Steelix and getting up rocks is the better play to get in cure him safely. I think I'm going to do that play instead. Because I don't want him doubling out into Cobalion right here. Yeah, that shouldn't matter. Let me go ahead and get up my Stealth Rock, chip away at Infernape, chip away at Blastoise a little bit. Let me make my job a little bit easier. I'm mad I messed up, but like that play was always a fine play. I'm gonna Toxic here because I'm Spadef Steelix, so I will take one hit. That play was always a fine play because he could not kill me unless he crit me. Yep. Land, buddy. I need you to land this. Thank you, because that would have been such a problem to deal with. So now that Rotom's on a timer, Sylveon beats it and so does Kyurem. I want to make sure that I get a free sub with Kyurem, so I'm going to allow him to knock out my Steelix right there. That way I can safely go out to Kyurem right now. Just set up a sub. I threaten Cobalion. I threaten them all. And the fact that Rotom's now on a timer makes it so I could Dark Pulse through him as well. But I'm going to lose a Pokemon to Cobalion when it comes out. Best opportunity for me right now would be if my opponent decided to Toxic first, as opposed to going Mega Blastoise, which kind of beats me down. I would love if he goes for Toxic here. Oh, that's a good play too. That works too, because I end up at full, so I can switch in later due to rocks, and Rotom still can't break my sub. Like, Rotom does not break my sub at all. Smart man to Hydro Pump because he knows next turn he could probably Volt Switch and break it. Assuming that's what's going to happen. But we will get some chip off on you, and you cannot come in on anything. So very smart man. But Rotom now can't come in on any attack I go for. Cobalion comes out. Heracross probably the most expendable member right now. Depending on like what attack he goes for. Maybe I can Wish Pass to it. Kind of wish I didn't have the Flame Orb activate, but yeah, this game got so much harder for because of that one crit. Because of that crit, literally the crit. Mantine would still be at around 80%, and I could defog. Like, he couldn't kill Mantine, by the way, with anything. Nothing on his team could kill Mantine. Okay, wait, he decides to throw away his Cobalion, so the game got easier again. Don't know why he decided to stay in. Cobalion was his... I mean, that's an example of, like, not knowing how to play an endgame. That was the piece of the puzzle that he needed the most. That was legitimately the piece he needed the most, was Cobalion. I'm still really weak to Mega Blastoise. That's, like, nothing... there's nothing to deny there. But he's also super weak to Sylveon now. Sylveon just wins games on its own, too. Doesn't matter if he water pulses as long as he does not. As long as this boy does not confuse me to death, and I'm not going to risk him critting me right now since he has a knack for doing that with his water types. We're going to get at full. We're going to weaken this Pokemon, and we're going to make it so that way I win the game with my Kyurem. Let's go ahead and take some damage, bro. And he goes hard Rotom too, so great. Not even going to be able to break my sub. Not even going to be able to break through me. Like if he goes Infernape. If he goes Infernape, I stay in and protect once. Just to see what move he's going to lock himself into. It should be Blaze boosted Flare Blitz. Which I can wish off once, protect, and then sack Hydreigon to the recoil. Kyurem plus Sylveon beats everything. If he goes Gliscor, I go hard Kyurem. Let's go hard Kyurem and I click Ice Beam. Yeah, Blaze boosted Flare Blitz is gonna hurt, but it's already confirmed Scarf Infernape. Yeah, Gliscor comes in, so I have one switching, which is my Kyurem. Like I said, Sylveon is the piece of the puzzle that... what am I? Piece of the puzzle? What the hell am I saying? Sylveon is a Pokemon that allows me to break through Blastoise, which otherwise I would not be able to switch into. So he can go hard Blastoise here if he wants to. Or he can not. I don't really care. But, yep. Sax Gliscor, which is the only Pokemon that I can't beat with Sylveon. And now Kyurem is the most expendable member, seeing as how Infernape can reliably revenge kill it. And the best thing you could do to Blastoise is Earth Power. And that Earth Power is actually pretty crucial because it means that Hyper Voice will take it down. So, goes Blastoise, great. I could probably stall him out of a couple of these if I wanted to as well. But I'll just go for the... I'll just go for the nice and beautiful Earth Power. Nice and safe. As he Water Pulses. Yo, if I sub there... They got the confusion, so it's whatever. I don't break through. Unfortunately. I love how Water Pulse is like a move now that you're using in competitive. Even then, I like Scald strictly better. And Hydro Pump is obviously stronger. But I like how that's actually a move that comes into play. I can still lose this game. I can legitimately still lose this game. I believed it in my head, and then it came through. This thing itself, that move right there can lose me the game. Nice. Alright, so the best play is actually switching hard out into Hydreigon. If he predicts that, he gets me. But if he doesn't, great. Yep, he didn't. Don't. The reason that was the best play is because we don't play around confusion, and Sylveon can always eat a hit from Infernape. Actually, I want to ensure that I get the maximum leftovers recovery. So we're U-turn right here, just to make sure that Sylveon needs to hit. I want to make sure that I get 2 turns of leftovers recovery. That way, I'm at a high enough HP to always knock out Infernape. You have to Flare Blitz here, right? Does that knock out Sylveon? I gotta hope not. He Gunk Shotted, which 1 can miss and 2 doesn't knock out Sylveon. So nice. Alright, I mean, a pretty big part of this game was Goodra going down. Didn't have to worry about that thing coming in. Really disappointed with like what I did with Mantine, but at the same time, it was a fine play as long as he did not crit me. So as long as that 6% chance didn't happen, I was in a great position. But looks like that's not what happened. But I do hope you guys all enjoyed this Showdown Live. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.